All right, kicking things off with Smirnoff, the official vodka sponsor of the NFL and the number one vodka in the world. Chris Cody, you're here.
Smirnoff!
Wow, you're on the money with Smirnoff.
Smirnoff!
Chris, you know what goes great with Smirnoff?
Smirnoff!
Yes, but I'm really talking about game day fit. The style's got to match the vibe.
Smirnoff!
All right, here's the deal. Game day is everything, and that's exactly why your fit has to match the occasion.
Smirnoff!
Starting this December, Smirnoff is giving fans 21 and over the chance to score limited edition Smirnoff commission merchandise from some of today's top creators, including Kayla Jones, Gavin Matthew, and Aleli May.
Smirnoff!
Here's the kicker. One lucky fan will take home the grand prize, a trip to the biggest game of the offseason. Plus, one fan will win Aleli May's one-of-one game day jacket.
Wow.
The merch will be dropped on select dates from December to January 21, and it's all courtesy of what brand?
Smirnoff!
That's right, Chris. Fans 21 and over can head to Smirnoff socials to learn how to sign up. And don't forget to grab a bottle of Smirnoff vodka, number 21 at your local retailer.
Smirnoff!
Please drink responsibly.
Smirnoff!
Number 21 vodka distilled from grain, 40% alcohol by volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anybody under legal drinking age.
Smirnoff!
No purchase necessary. Must be legal U.S. resident, 21 or older. Sweepstakes starts 12/15/2025 at 12 a.m. Eastern and ends 1/23/2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. See official rules at program website.
In America, half of every dollar spent on brand medicines goes to entities who don't make them. While middlemen like PBMs and 340B hospitals drive up costs, Biopharma is investing $500 billion in new infrastructure and manufacturing here at home, and helping patients buy medicines directly at lower prices. Tell Washington to end middlemen markups and put American patients first. Visit phrma.org/middlemen.
At Sierra, discover joyous deals on great gifts for everyone on your list. Like cozy slippers, ski gear, fishing poles, bikes, large kayaks, even larger canoes. Whew, which might lead to another discovery. Wrapping gifts is the only sport you need to stay fit this season. 'Tis the season to discover great gifts at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
I descend from exiles who lived on an island. I cannot tell you how much I hate the cold, but I am made to feel warmer by my New York friends arriving in mass to support what it is that we're doing around here as I get a scarf I never wear tangled in my headphones.
That was
because
embarrassing what happened
I
between
don't know how to wear a
segments.
scarf exactly. Hank Azaria is here, and before we get to Hank and his many voices and his many Emmy award-winning talents, I just want to play Michael Irvin's reaction to the University of Miami getting into the college football playoff.
I told y'all I sought the Lord, and he heard, and he answered. He answered yesterday with the games. I'm leaving the Potter's house right now. While I was getting the last bit word from the Lord, my phone just started saying, God said I ain't gonna even wait that long. Before I got out of church, it was bling, 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 and they all started coming in because we got in. Yes, sir, buddy, we got in. I'm heading home now. I'm gonna get in the locker room, and we gotta talk about this right here. I'm telling y'all, I sought the Lord, and he heard, and he answered, and he delivered.
Amen.
It's about how I thought that would sound. Hank, it is delightful to see you. You are usually very tired after you've done Comic-Con.
That's true.
What has that experience been? Tell me, how many of these have you done? What does that look like? Why do you go? Who do you go as?
I go as myself. It's an amazing thing at Comic-Con. I go really because they pay a lot of money, and I have a foundation, and it's a really sweet way to raise money for charity, and you meet fans, and you lay out a table. I have like 30 different whatever you want to have signed, like all Simpsons characters or whatever, a Brackmeyer, whatever it is, it's there.
What's the most popular? What do most
Simpsons
people?
things are the most popular.
You've done 150 voices on The Simpsons. Is that an accurate number?
That is a probable. I used to say I don't think it's accurate, but I actually do think it is accurate. Yeah.
You didn't have any voice experience, did you, before that?
Well, a lot, just growing up being a moron. Yeah. Tons, actually.
But you didn't have any professional voice experience
I had
before
done one thing. I had done a voice at the time Roger Rabbit was popular, way back when. And Fox, in the early days of themselves, wanted to do a pilot that was similar. It was an animated dog called Hollywood Dog, and everybody else was real. And I was the voice of Hollywood Dog. That was my first voiceover gig. And then they knew me the pilot didn't go anywhere, but they knew me from that. So then I auditioned for The Simpsons. And Mo was the first voice I did there.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on Hollywood Dog. So I'm finding out that there was a reverse Who Framed Roger Rabbit premise.
No, it was not reverse. Roger Rabbit was animated, and then everybody else was. Although there were a lot of other cartoon characters, because they had this dog that was animated running around Hollywood, and everybody else was real, and I was the voice of the dog.
Has anyone ever requested? I'm sorry, I'm lost.
Hollywood Dog at Comic-Con?
Hollywood Dog? No. Well, somebody once handed me some art from it to sign. I don't know if it was at a Comic-Con or not, but people will find whatever there is and hand it to you to sign.
So where did you think the voices were going to go when you said you did Mo? The Mo was the first voice you did on The Simpsons?
Yeah, Mo was I love Al Pacino, young Al, Godfather Al, Dog Day Afternoon Al.
The best Al.
I'm dying here. Everybody's coming down on me here, that Al. So I was doing a play in Hollywood at the time. I was playing a drug dealer. And I was using my Pacino voice. And I got the audition for this cartoon show. So I did this voice there. And they said, make it gravelly. So to me, gravelly was Bruce Springsteen. So fun fact, halfway between Bruce Springsteen and young Al Pacino, you got Mo the Bartender. There's a mid-range in there.
I want to talk football with some of Hank's characters. I was trying to get together with him yesterday to watch some football, and all he was insistent upon is, I've got to watch the Jets, and I've got to watch the Jets. And I'm like, why do you want? Why do we have to watch the Jets? It's 15 straight seasons without making the playoffs. Why do we want to and have to watch the Jets?
You like an actual answer?
Yes.
Like, I'm a Jet fan. I can't help it. Believe me, I've tried to rehabilitate. I can't stop. And what Jet fans know is that very early on in the season, you are going to switch from rooting for the team to win to analyzing exactly how it's gone horrible, which is fascinating in its own way. And then you complained about that. And so, you're really up to the minute on how it's gone wrong.
Aaron Glenn, you're not a supporter. I can't imagine that you're a supporter.
Jury's still out, I suppose. I mean,
is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. They've won. They're 3-3 in their last 6 games. Maybe he can.
You were transitioning slightly there into like a corrupt Southern defense attorney as you were thinking about how to spin Aaron Glenn's tenure. I detected a vowel being elongated there.
The voice went a little higher. Aaron Glenn, the jury's still out. I mean, it doesn't look great, but they're going to give him another year, I'm sure. So let's see. Who knows?
I want to analyze some of the games yesterday with some of your characters.
Let's do it.
How did Mo the Bartender feel about Bills Bengals?
Yeah, I hate them Bills. Bills is them peoples is annoying.
Josh Allen's pretty good though. Yeah,
that's part of what's so annoying. He's like Superman running around, and if he doesn't throw it, he runs it. Then he flew one time. Did you see him fly? He flew once.
They were down 14-3, and twice he converted 4th and 4s on plays that were just pulled right out of his ass.
Impossibly annoying, and the fact that he was drafted, I don't know, he wasn't that year when it was all drafted, and now you get this guy, he would just throw it as hard as he could every time. He couldn't hit, as we used to say, the side of a barn. And now he's the best guy out there. But the Bills will find a way to lose. That's what you can always take comfort in there.
That's not true. They won yesterday, though.
I mean, ultimately, they'll find a way to
ultimately,
lose.
Okay.
Yeah, in the end.
What does Chief Wiggum have any thoughts on Jacksonville beating up the Colts and Daniel Jones leaving with an injury to the leg that wasn't fractured? The femur that wasn't, to the Achilles that wasn't attached to the femur that's fractured?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of sympathy for impaired people. I'm technically I technically, ever since I can't fit into the largest size of the police uniform that they make. So I could go on disability if I so chose.
From being fat?
Yeah, from being. Well, we don't say fat, Dan. We say waistline challenged in police ranks. So I have a lot of sympathy for anyone who's got those kind of challenges, and I don't really care about football per se, but at stadiums cops get a lot of free food, which is why I go to the games.
Concessions are what you're big on.
I'm at every game, but I've never actually seen any of the game.
I do like the idea, though, of Police Chief Wiggum having to call Daniel Jones's injury over the police walkie-talkie.
Well, let's try that. We have a man who seems to have hurt himself, and now it's not me this time. It's a guy. He runs around in very, very tight pants, which I do too, but his are tight for a different reason. And he seems to have hurt his lower. What do you call the lower part? The lower region. There's a right and a left. Yeah, the leg, right? The leg. He seems to have hurt his leg.
I think he tore his Achilles, didn't he? Daniel Jones, did he tear his? Is that? I don't know.
That's Greek mythology. I don't know anything about that.
When you came in here, Pablo was talking to you, and this seems impossible to me, that you are now actually a frontman for a band. I don't know how your wife feels about the endeavors that you partake in, because you do so obsessively when you do them. Hank is now performing. I haven't seen it yet.
It's incredible.
Have you seen it? Like, he performs as Bruce Springsteen in a Bruce Springsteen cover band, and I suspect he sounds a great deal like Bruce Springsteen, because he can mimic voices, but this has now become an undertaking that's been an obsession, correct? It's become unhealthy for you and your family.
You put a lot, and there's a lot to respond to in there. Put me on the clock. I need like 8 minutes. Yeah, to be honest, my wife was sort of traumatized by it at first, which surprised me. I guess she spent a lot of her 20s dating guys in rock bands and didn't have the greatest experiences. And was like, I can't believe you're going to do this now, too. And yeah, due to Springsteen, I keep hitting the mic. Good Lord.
You're an amateur. It's like you've never been around a microphone before.
I'm like a kitten with a toy with the mic. I imitate Bruce. I've been talking like Bruce since I was a teenager, since like hero, same as Al Pacino, And they all grow out of hero worship. Bruce was no exception. But singing like Bruce is a whole different thing. That takes actual effort and attention and singing lessons and tremendous amount of. But I really love it. I am obsessed with that. It's like a kitten with a toy.
Well, where does it rank, though, with career joys? Because at this point, that Simpsons money is pretty good. You don't have to be doing anything. And
I want to make this clear. Hank seems insanely rich, and he's doing this clearly just because he has like some side quest checkboxes that he wants to.
Like it's not a small thing. It's not a small thing he's doing late in life.
Yeah, no,
he has chosen to run a band that tours.
To go on stage with the possibility of it not going well. Like, you're opting into like a high stakes thing regularly.
That was scary at first. I did it at my birthday on a lark, just to have fun. And I've told Pablo all this. It was like a reverse surprise party. I turned 60 and thought it'd be fun to tell my friends who are all Springsteen fans, oh, I got a great cover band coming. Didn't tell them I had been working for months to front it. And it went so well. And we raised some money for charity that night and thought to keep doing it. And then I have gotten obsessed with it. I mean, I love Springsteen to an obsessive level. And it wasn't even on my bingo card like I could do that. And tribute bands are real things. I'm not like impersonating Bruce. I sound like him. I tell stories about myself and Bruce in the idiom of Bruce, the poetry, spoken word of Bruce, and we try to sound as exactly like the E Street Band.
But what does You Obsessed look like when I say Kate must be going a little bit crazy with your pouring yourself into projects that aren't your family?
Well, I was telling you guys before we hit the air that, She understands, there can't be a lot of groupies, but also not zero groupies. That's not fair. Can't be too much drugs, but not no drugs. No, Bruce doesn't do those things. But there have been certain, like at first, it was no screaming like Bruce in the house before 7 a.m. because I would rehearse obsessively. And now I have to run concert dates by her and my chief of staff, Lauren. Everybody has to sign off first before I blunder into, Wichita to do a gig.
It's the holiday season. Fantasy football probably not going your way like most of America. Your football team, hopefully you're still in the mix. If your college football team is in the mix, congratulations, you've made it this far. Why don't you toast your friends with some Miller Lite at the holiday party? It is a surefire winner. It's a holiday season right now, so why don't you celebrate the 50th anniversary of my favorite beer, Miller Lite. Every time I crack open a Miller Lite, I look around at my friends and family and I think, yeah, this was a right call. It's a taste you know you can depend on, brewed for flavor, with simple ingredients like malted barley, rich balanced toffee notes, and that iconic golden color. And at 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces, it lets you enjoy the season without weighing you down. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Can we talk about how banks are still acting like it's 1994? Fees on fees on fees. Overdraft fees, monthly fees, probably a breathing near the ATM fee coming soon. Which is why Chime feels like someone finally flipped the script. Fee-free, smarter banking that's actually built for you. The person trying to make it through life, not the billionaire who keeps a yacht in every time zone. Chime isn't just another banking app. They've got tools that genuinely help people like MyPay, where you can get access to up to $500 of your paycheck whenever you need it, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Open your account in minutes at chime.com/Dan. And now there's the new Chime card. Cash back and credit building with your own money together on one card. No annual fees, no interest, no strings. And qualifying direct deposits get you 1.5% cash back on eligible purchases. Chime is not just smarter banking. It is the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. It just takes a few minutes to sign up. Head to chime.com/Dan. That's chime.com/Dan.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services, a secured Chime Visa credit card, and MyPay line of credit provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. MyPay eligibility requirements apply, and credit limit ranges $20 to $500. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. See chime.com/fees info. Advertised annual percentage yield with Chime Plus status only. Otherwise, 1.00% APY applies. No min balance required. Chime card on-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. See chime.com for details and applicable terms.
The World Cup is coming back to North America for the first time since '94. 48 teams, these giant stadiums, the whole continent turning into one massive party. I cannot wait. But actually getting tickets to any of this? Yeah, that part is brutal. That's why the Game Time app has been a total lifesaver. It gives the advantage back to us, the fans. You can track price drops in real time, get alerts when seats open up, grab tickets the second they hit the app, all backed by the Game Time guarantee. I'm on the app looking at World Cup matches in Miami because you know I'm not missing that. I'm scrolling through every section in the building. Behind the goal, midfield, lower bowl, upper bowl, and the deals are good. I had great seats locked in within minutes. The experience is so simple and intuitive. 2 taps and I'm done. And the price? No surprises. Fees are included. The seat views are my favorite feature. You get a full panoramic look before you buy. And I love zone deals. Game Time picks a seat and you save even more. Take the guesswork out of buying soccer tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Dan for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DAN for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Don Le Batard.
While there's nothing official and conversations are still ongoing.
Was that a fake Schefter?
Because
it was
pretty good.
It was excellent.
I feel like there's legs. Yeah.
I tried at the beginning and then I lost confidence in it.
Why? It was good. It was good.
You got
There's
this.
nothing official.
Yeah, it's so
and
good.
Conversations are still ongoing.
Stugotz.
It is trending towards Nick Sirianni remaining the head coach of the Eagles.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Is this taking up the majority of your professional time or interests, passions these days? You have a couple of different projects that major media entertainment centers make it very difficult for viewers and listeners to find.
Yeah, I only like to do things that are like, you really got to search to find these things. Yeah, it's mostly what I spend time doing, but I don't spend all that much time at. We play like twice a month, and I don't I don't go out on tour for 4 months or something. I might eventually when my son's in college, maybe, but I do spend the most of my time doing that. But Pablo's right. I'm the luckiest man literally luckiest man, maybe not even in show business, maybe in the world. And The Simpsons doesn't end, and so I can just do things like this.
What's it like for Bruce Springsteen to open yet another Simpsons residual check?
We're in the money.
Yeah.
Hey, Patty, look at this. Look at the zeros. Look at the zeros. I'm on your little smiley faces in them.
I was very excited to see that Brockmire is finally on Netflix. This passion project of yours, and that you've allowed us to go on a glorious ride with this character.
Yes, you have.
This character that was, I think, Pablo, you probably talked to Hank about this on Pablo Torre Finds Out, but the Brockmire project of him falling in love with old-timey baseball radio announcers and then deciding to make one debaucherous and lecherous and addicted to things. Finally, this is going to get an opportunity because it was on Hulu, but for some reason it felt like Hulu didn't have quite the reach that Netflix does now, and this seems like a real cool opportunity for the Brockmire franchise that you birthed out of nothing, really.
Oh, it is. And look, never mind Michael Irvin praying from Miami. I don't know who prayed for Brockmire to actually get on Netflix and be seen, but I want to thank him. And no, it was, you know what? It's actually interesting and sort of current to today. When we made our Brockmire deal, which we were lucky to make with IFC, which is an AMC company. Not to get too inside baseball here, but we were lucky enough to get a deal. At the time, they had their deal with Netflix when we signed on, which was 120 million subscribers at the time, and it's how Portlandia became a hit because people would actually watch it on Netflix. By the time we aired, they had switched their deal to Hulu, and IFC and AMC decided we're gonna make our last stand as a cable TV channel. We're going to only release it once a week on our IFC channel, which I don't know. Nobody saw it. And I literally went in and begged them weekly, like, please, it's a good show. We might even get some nominations. Can you please let people see it? And we just went down with that cable channel ship. And then ever since then, it's kind of been buried on Hulu. And I didn't even know. My social media lady called me and said, you're getting released on Netflix this week. I'm like, I am? Christmas came early for me.
So buried on Hulu, though, how does this work? Explain to me. This is something that you did. Brockmire was made guerrilla style in how many weeks? Each season took how many weeks to make because you had to do it on such a small budget?
The first one, we made 8 episodes in 3 weeks. And then we got...
That's crazy.
It was absolutely insane. I've never worked like that. The first season, I only memorized, because we had all 8 written ahead of time, because we had to, financially, we had to have it completely down to a science what locations we were going to be at. There was no margin for error. And I only had memorized 2/3 of it. And man, did I pay for that. I had to spend every waking hour on the weekends memorizing what I didn't know. Then we made sure to write them so that I had them 2-3 months ahead of time. I can't tell you how insane this is in the television world. Nobody does this. So that I could spend 3 months memorizing it like a 120-page play. I knew the entire season was in my head so that whatever we shot that day, I was ready with it. And I think by the end, they took pity on us and we had 5 weeks to shoot 8 episodes.
Because it was the passion project that was, you hadn't done anything quite like that, right? Would there ever been anything close to what all of that was?
I had produced a couple of things that I started in a show called Huff on Showtime 20 years ago. That was a lot of work, but I didn't create that. I didn't, help write that. And I genuinely produced it and starred in it. That was a lot of work too. But this was, I guess I don't really do things halfway. This Bruce thing has sort of it's one of the fun things about it for me is to do something for myself that normally big corporations pay me for. And it was nice at age 60 to sort of, it felt like a gift I was giving myself. But that's how I have fun.
How does this work, though? Like, is there such a thing of something great, Brockmire's great, feeling sort of undiscovered, and then you get on Netflix and it has a rebirth? Like, is there a chance that now what happens with this is that the reach people discover comedy's not being done as well? I know that the studio got all sorts of popularity, but it just seems over the last 10 years, comedy's being done less well everywhere, is being tried less often elsewhere. Brockmire is really funny. Is there the possibility that Netflix allows it to have a rebirth?
Maybe if Michael Irvin prays for it.
But what are the stories? What are the history of Netflix having something and then making it bigger than it was before?
I don't know that I've heard of it. I know that I've been at this 40 years, Samad. I know that things either stand the test of time or they don't. I don't know how that translates into dollars and cents, but people look back and, what was it? The Year That Dances with Wolves, which is a very fine movie, but it beat out Goodfellas for Best Picture, whatever. You're like, no, that wasn't right. So I'm not sure if it'll, pop. It'll break into Netflix's top 10 and become like a viral hit again. But I imagine more people will discover it. And as you say, it is really good. So I'm just glad that people will get to see it.
You have another project that you're here to promote that is also hard to find.
Actually harder, which I didn't think was possible.
I don't even know about this project. That's how hard it is, apparently, to find.
This is actually really good. It's a very, very, it's a dark comedy. Called The Artist, set in the Gilded Age, starring Mandy Patinkin, Janet McTeer. I'm in it. I played Thomas Edison in it, oddly. Also not on my bingo card.
How do you work up the Thomas Edison voice?
It's funny you ask, Pablo. I was reading it out loud. I'm like, my voice does not have enough gravitas, especially because he's sort of the straight man in this. It's a very sicko. It's set in the Gilded Age, and they use the C word like every page. Thomas Edison doesn't say it, but I reacted to it quite a lot. And it just didn't seem right as my voice. It's too modern. I don't know. And so I came up, I was like, it needs to be deeper and it needs to be more erudite and have weight. And it's Superintendent Chalmers is what it is.
I was going to say, I didn't want to out Thomas Edison.
He doesn't sound like Thomas Edison, a great inventor. He sounds like a superintendent.
He's Superintendent Chalmers, but apparently Gary Chalmers always wanted to be a great inventor, and he admires Edison very much, so I cast him.
But just as a matter of clarification, I'm finding out also that in the Gilded Age, they use the C word a lot.
In this version, they did. It's really good. And then you have to go on your computer, and it's thenetwork.stream. Thenetwork.stream.
I feel like I'm about to illegally
Hank, you're
stream
at the
a football game.
Hank, you're at the top of your game. Why is it that I and young people would have trouble finding in the age of streaming what your passion projects are?
This was not I was a hired gun on this. I had the same reaction you did. I'm like, what is this? And then I read the script. I'm like, this is good. And then I saw another show this guy, Aaron Rappaport, did with John Leguizamo. I'm like, that's really good. So I'm like, okay, he seems to know what he's doing. And it came out really good. It's just that I don't know what the deal with this little streaming service is. But I imagine they're hoping to punch through. It's what we were talking about before on the air, that there's many ways to skin this cat now.
Well, you are that way. I mean, what I'm now
basically
on.
Go through me, yeah.
Yes, I am now on the network.stream, and I'm realizing that, yes, you use your actors. You use Hank Azaria and all of the people inside of Hank Azaria to make people aware. I mean, by the way, as much as we are the last people on Earth who should be making fun of like some independent thing. Like literally, that's the premise of what this studio is in New York. Is like, hey, can this be plausibly a place where real people show up and consider it also legitimate? It is funny though when the URL itself is like, it's like .stream. Okay, very good. It's like it's DAZN.
I didn't know .streams existed.
It's DAZN of streaming services.
No, but we're not the demo either.
I think somebody had a lot of money and said, I want to put out content. It's like self-publishing.
And God bless, by the way, like that sentence is truly my relationship with why I work for Dan. He was like, I want to make content. And I'm like, I am content. That is me.
That's what this was. And I don't... What do I care? What do I care, Dan? There's a nice script, and they shot the things, and they gave me donuts at the craft.
I want to talk to Claude from Along Came Paulie about Chiefs-Texans.
Oh my God. Let me think for a moment. Chief, I did not see this game. Don't spoil. That was late game.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my mistake.
Tell me.
So Hank's got this funny thing. Hold on. Let me tell the audience what Hank does here. Hank does this thing. I think he exercises while watching some games, and so he waits. He does not know what happened in the late games yesterday. He wants to know what happens in Packers-Bears. He does not know, and so he avoids his...
Wait, how does exercise preclude you from...
Well, what happened, Pablo, I'm going to answer Claude, who was in very good shape.
I didn't want to say it, but...
Is I record the games and then play them back while I'm on the treadmill or the elliptical.
You're making your way through the world on Monday morning, hoping that no one spoils Sunday Night Football.
Down to a science how to not have anything spoiled. All alerts are shut off. Nobody bothers me. Any friend who spoils, as they say in Goodfellas, they get whacked so hard they don't do that again.
I almost ruined Chiefs-Texans because I forgot that's how you watch football. I would have
killed you.
So you only watch the 1 o'clock games. So as we sit here now, what are the games that you're most interested in knowing the results of that you do not yet know the results of?
Bears, Packers, and Chiefs-Texans. Yeah, and I haven't even seen the Nick game from 2 nights ago. I still have Magic Knicks in the pipeline.
And you've been able to avoid the result of Magic Knicks as well?
Everyone who knows me is so terrified of spoiling anything. I mean, nobody says a word to me about anything. And I find it easy to avoid. I find every bit of news so disturbing these days that I'm quite good at avoiding all of it.
All right, so
Wendell Carter had 3 assists.
No! How dare you? Don't blow it for me. This is ruined for me now.
If you could stop somebody from breaking in before they got inside your house, why wouldn't you? Most old school systems only go off after somebody's already in your place, opening your fridge, petting your dog, whatever. At that point, it's too late. It's reactive. Simply Safe is different. It's proactive with this double layer of defense that helps stop crime before it even starts. First, their AI-powered cameras spot potential threats outside, not just in motion, but an actual person lurking around in the bushes, behind a tree, in a car, under the car, wherever they may be. Then live monitoring agents jump in right away. They talk to the person through the camera, let them know they're on video, and that cops are getting called if they don't leave. That's how you stop crime before it starts. Personally, I trust Simply Safe to protect what matters most at my house, my wife, my daughter, my possessions, my things, my home, my safety, my peace. I trust that to Simply Safe. That's it. That's the list. No long-term contracts, no hidden fees, and Simply Safe was just named the best home security in 2025 by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, it's the best time to jump in. Simply Safe's last chance, Black Friday sale, 50% off any new system. Go to simplysafe.com/DLB. Again, that's simplysafe.com/DLB. There is no safe like Simply Safe.
On Fox One, you can stream your favorite live sports so you're there for the biggest moments as they happen. For me, I cannot deal with spoilers, so I need to see it live, especially on college football Saturdays and NFL Sundays. With Fox One, you get it all. NASCAR, the MLB postseason, edge-of-your-seat plays, jaw-dropping moments, and that rush like you're right there in the action. Sports are meant to be watched live, and you can do that with Fox One. Fox One, we live for live, streaming now. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The holidays are coming up, which means traditions. Some families have these beautiful, wholesome rituals, and then some of us are just trying to keep our family from arguing over who ruined the stuffing last year. But this time of year can also be a lot. It gets dark at 4:30, everyone's stressed, and suddenly the holidays go from magical to nightmare. It's time to start some new traditions, ones that aren't chaotic. Therapy can be one of those new traditions, and BetterHelp makes it easy to fit into your life. They've got over 30,000 licensed therapists, they've helped more than 5 million people, and they've been doing this for over 12 years. Plus, they average a 4.9 rating from more than 1.7 million reviews, which is better consistency than any team I root for gives me during the holiday season. You fill out a quick questionnaire, they match you with someone who fits your needs, And if it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists anytime. This December, start a new tradition by taking care of you. Our listeners get 10% off at betterhelp.com/DLB. That's betterhelp.com/DLB.
Don Le Batard.
David Sampson, weirdo. Because he was not the fun substitute teacher who'd wheel out a TV and play a VHS tape of Armageddon in science class. He was the weird one who would eat an egg salad sandwich while clipping his toenails into the trash can and ranting about Ronald Reagan.
Stugotz.
And the guy kept talking about how his ass was smooth. Smoother than a newborn's cheek. He wouldn't stop bragging about his bare buttocks to me.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Which way do you want Chiefs-Texans to go, even though it...
I want the Texans. I'm tired of the whole Chiefs thing.
And which way do you want Packers-Bears to go?
That's a little more pick'em for me.
This is probably the most insane segment ever done on this show.
I'm more excited.
What would you hope that this game that the audience knows already happened?
It's a fun game. It's a fun game. If we want to talk around that Magic
Is
Knicks
there
game,
any more solipsistic approach to sports talk?
Does Amin
than
want to
this?
give Hank any information on that Knicks Magic game from a couple of days ago?
No spoilers. Don't spoil it for me. They lose twice to the Magic already. And this was their chance for redemption, but don't ruin for me.
The fact that you know anything about the previous history of the Knicks and the Magic is itself.
I don't miss any games. I just
I'm
see
realizing
some of them
this.
delayed.
I'm realizing that you are arguably more committed to sports than people who are watching the games live because you're fighting to preserve that childlike sense of wonder.
I don't like watching when I know it's going to happen. Anything. Movies, TV.
Once it's spoiled, though, does that mean that no longer is something that accompanies you on the treadmill? Once a friend spoils it, that's it. You're not even going to watch it. You've lost that as they are actively, your friends, by spoiling it, are actively making you less healthy because they're keeping you from being able to do your daily exercise.
You're being sort of facetious, but that's kind of literally true. I put it there like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Now I got to listen to Springsteen when I work out today.
So how do you watch it though? Do you speed through it, or will you watch Texans Chiefs the fourth quarter, or will you watch you'll watch a 3-hour football game?
It depends. I have this so down to a science. Depends on what I'm watching. I mostly root for, as a Jet fan, you normally don't care about the Jets quite early into the season. Although I will watch just to see. I kind of hate watch the Jets. Okay, and I'm very drawn to that. Then I'm always rooting for. I have 2 fantasy football teams which I enjoy.
What are their names? Team names?
We're in one league that is Godfather themed, and the name of my team is It Was an Abortion, Michael. That's the name of my team.
What a great question Pablo asked you, and how delighted you were to receive it. Because you wanted to tell everyone that.
My whole life has led up to that, pretty much. And my other team.
That's hard to beat. It's an abortion, Michael. It's hard to beat, honestly.
I think you opened with what is going to be the winner.
I can't top it. The other team, I'm on with my cousin Jack, and we are the Jerk Cousins, is the name of our team.
When you say you hate watch the Jets, that makes it different than how you watch the Knicks and the Mets?
Yeah, basketball I have a little bit less patience for. I've always felt like the only thing worth really watching about a game, unless you're there, is the last 5 minutes. But I will quite often, usually watch the first quarter, just see how things are going. Then I'll kind of speed through the game, and then I'll, if it is a close game, at some point in the fourth quarter, I'll watch it in real time. And of course, blow through the commercials, etc.
Do you have any instances where something happened during one of these sporting events that had not been spoiled for you, and you fall off of the treadmill? That something about your equilibrium gets knocked off because you don't usually run emotionally?
No, but I remember falling. But another reason why I watch on athletic devices is because I get so worked up watching the Jets, Mets, and Knicks. And I scream profanities into the house. I've been told to tone it down. Like my son has to tell me, my friends are coming over this afternoon, so please take it easy when you watch the Jets.
So that happens yesterday too. Jets Dolphins. That happens. You don't care like that. It has to have stakes, right? It's not a lost Jet season.
No, I will. I am a Pavlovian trained to scream the F word at the Jets. I mean, they're so worthy. Such ridiculations occur with their penalties and with their quarterbacks who miss throws that literally I would make. You cannot help but scream the F word.
Do you scream as yourself?
Yes. I don't mess around.
There's a deeper meaning there, I think. I dare say that Hank is Hank.
Mo don't care about the Jets,
Wiggum don't care.
None of the characters care.
No, they don't care about anything.
Comic book guy.
I'm a guy, he yells at, content that way. Worst episode ever.
But no, sports is for me.
It's just for Hank.
Yeah.
Does your family understand this side of you or just merely tolerate this side of you?
They don't understand it. They do tolerate it, I guess, because they love me. But it is at times like someone that scared them. Somebody screams. Can I curse on this?
Yes.
Somebody screams at the top of their lungs. It took some getting used to. Like, what? They come running. What's the matter? Like, the Jets is what's the matter.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. We're in the Tyrod Taylor portion of the schedule.
It's mostly directed at Woody Johnson, quite frankly, these days. That's another reason why that's what I'm reduced to, is like doing like the complicated math of how the trickle effect from Woody Johnson ruin everything has created this horrible play I just saw.
But how does this change like your viewing experience, your relationship with sports to hate watch a team you love? Because this is not your relationship with the Knicks and the Mets. I mean, maybe it was.
It goes off and on. Since Steve Cohen has purchased the Mets, it's much more about just enjoying the product. I don't know what changed at MSG, but somehow Mr. Dolan decided to hire Leon Rose and Worldwide West and let them do their thing.
He went to build the Sphere. Dolan got distracted by the Kitten cat toy that is the Sphere.
Yes, maybe that is what happened. But I'm grateful that they have a good product now. We can enjoy them again.
The Sphere is flailing. Like they're realizing that it's really hard to pay $1.5 million in electricity a month and have to pay for the upkeep of 100,000 LED screens. And they are really struggling when you don't have casino money or hotel money. You got to fill it only with Bruce Springsteen's cover band because you need the events to bring people there.
We'll play the Sphere. I'll play the Sphere. I can play the Sphere.
What are the highlights? I want to hear more. I really do. I know you did talk about this with Pablo, but this is new to some parts of our audience. The Bruce Springsteen cover band experience, you just said it's at the top of your list in terms of things that you've gotten to do because you legitimately don't have to be doing anything creatively. Never mind, memorizing 120 pages in a couple of months as if you were doing a play. You're basically making all of your own creative choices, and this is a passion project that offers you nobody wants to pay for this. Like nobody's going to help you with this.
No.
Only customers who would come see it would pay for it, but it's not something that you're embarking on something that is strictly you funding your own imagination.
I've actually given this thought. There's many levels. I love this music very much. It's a way to literally keep it alive. I mean, I got very, very nostalgic turning 60. All that music from that era started meaning a different thing to me. At the top of that list being Bruce music. I've discovered that singing, this is scientifically proven, your vagus nerve, it's very healthy for your vagus nerve really likes it. It's very calming and energizing at the same time. It's like a chanting meditation.
Even singing like him, huh? Because that doesn't seem his form of song seems less relaxing, that it's less meditative than the average singer's soothing voice.
Well, there's something about a rock and roll scream. Like Bruce sometimes really screams that rock and roll scream. And I discovered in trying to imitate it and unlock it, like especially the way he cuts loose on songs like Darkness on the Edge of Town, there's like a primal, I think, teenage anger and sadness that is contained in that sound. It was like therapy. It was almost like I unlocked like sadness and anger I didn't know I had going back from age 15. It really is like sound therapy. And there's nothing like playing. I love this music.
If I could describe for the audience the smile that just stretched across Dan's face as he revealed that actually this is all about your buried childhood trauma, Dan's like, could we have not started with this? He would have spent the last hour.
The idea that he finds
that
catharsis in screaming for something he's buried for 45 years in the depth of his soul and feels it while singing, like that didn't realize it before, but realizes as the sound comes out of his mouth. That's unbelievable.
It was. I started to actually cry, and it's just real joy for me. And to play with all the kids in the band, they're really our kids. They all could be my children. They didn't grow up with this music, so they all had to learn it. So it was like introducing them, and now they love this music. And it's like a family. It's all the parts of show business that I really love without all the parts I hate.
Without the bureaucracy. So the fact that you're doing it on your own, funding it yourself, allows you to make all the choices for yourself and doesn't have interference. Where do people find it? Streaming.net?
No, we're easier to find. Just go on our website, easystreetband.com, and you'll see we're playing in the city. We're playing at Sony Hall January 11th. We'll be in Aspen and Crested Butte over the holiday. And we got a bunch of dates next year.
These are undertakings, correct? To tour is an undertaking.
No one's dying.
But your family is having to go to Crested Butte with you.
Well, this is another great thing. They love to ski, my wife and son, so they were going to Aspen anyway. I usually sit it out because I don't like it, so I saved the money. But I booked 2 gigs, so I get to go play rock and roll, and they ski.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've Googled what Crested Butte is. This looks like a nice place.
It's beautiful. It's amazing.
Hank is not slumming it.
Wait a minute. You think Hank's family is skiing in some sort of whatever the equivalent is of a third world nation?
You're talking about Butte. I'm like, what is that, North Dakota?
We play working class towns too. We do. We go everywhere.
Hank, it's lovely to see you. We're out of time. There's never enough time. Thank you for being with us. I'm glad we didn't ruin Chiefs-Texans for you or Packers-Bears.
I thought for sure it was going to get ruined, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm still contemplating doing that right now.
Don't do it, man. Ask any of my friends. You don't want to earn my wrath like that.
Look at him. That sounds threatening.
I know.
I get really pissy about it.
You've sort of described towards the end here a cult. You have all these people who worship you as Bruce Springsteen who they've never met otherwise. And now you have all these people who are sort of distorting reality to make sure that Hank Azaria gets a bespoke version of professional sports' most popular thing in America.
I look at it more like I've learned to ask for what I want. And if you ask, you receive sometimes.
Nice seeing you, buddy.
Good to see you, too.